We had a great question from somebody. This is a tough situation. One of our Coach Shane's ESL watchers has immigrated, I think from Brazil, to the United States with his family. And his daughter is a sophomore in high school. That means she's in 10th grade, 10th, 11th, 12th grade, and she'll graduate. So let me read his letter shortly. We are new to the U.S. and my daughter is a high school sophomore. I wish to have a better understanding about how grades work, GPA, and all the options that she can choose, all the class options. We are from Brazil, and in Brazil, we cannot choose what we want to study when in high school. So I'm a little confused. Also, I see that there are some classes she can use for college too. What does that mean? Okay, so first of all, and I'm not the best to answer, so I hope other people who watch this video, especially high school kids in the US, if you can leave some comments, that would be really excellent. Help us out here. My information, I hope, is accurate. Basically, when you go to high school in America, they do have two tracks. They have the college-bound student and the non-college-bound student. In America, when we say college, that means university. So college-bound students, they're going to take more difficult level classes. They're going to take advanced science and advanced math, maybe more writing classes too. That's my guess. When I was in high school, that's what we had to do. These guys, they would take more practical classes so that when they graduate high school, they can get a job. So, you know, maybe it was auto mechanic stuff or, other types of management training, things like that. So the classes tend to be different. So specifically, I remember we college-bound students had to take biology and chemistry and physics. We had to take calculus, these much harder subjects. And these guys, if they wanted, they could, but they didn't have to. They didn't have to. Also here, we have to take a foreign language. Okay, so, and I assume for this guy that his daughter will probably go to the university. So I took the college-bound courses. I'm not too familiar with down here. Once again, if somebody's watching and you can give us more information, thank you. So, some of these classes will be accepted at colleges. So for example, you might be able to take math classes and then they have special tests. I think they're called ACT tests. Oh, I can't remember. But there's certain tests, ACT math, or I forgot what it's called. But there are certain tests that you can take. So when you get to college, you don't have to take algebra or writing or something like that. There are ways to get college credit or to skip freshman level classes in college while you're in high school. So that's really cool. And usually it's free for high school students. So if you're a high school student and you can take college credit or college equivalent classes, do it. You're saving money in the future. You're saving money and you're saving time. That's a great opportunity. Where I went to high school, we didn't have it. There were no universities around, so we didn't have that. That was too bad. But when I went to the University of Minnesota, I took a bunch of tests to skip some basic classes too. I skipped writing, I skipped math, I skipped a couple classes. So that's one thing. These classes will prepare you for the SAT. In America, we can take the ACT or the SAT. The SAT is much more common, and I think basically almost every student takes the SAT exam. So that's something. So if your daughter is going to go to college, you want her to take all of these classes and prepare for the SAT. Grading, it depends. Basically, in many American schools, 90% and above is an A, 80 to 89 is a B, 70 to 79 is a C, 60 to 70 is a D, and below 60 is an F. This is a fail, okay? If you're going to college, you want to do your best to have everything over a C. If you want to go to a good college, you want to do your best to have everything over an A. Of course, that's the same in any country. However, some schools and sometimes some classes are not this nice. Some teachers, 93 and above is an A. And what was it? 85 and above to 92 is a B. So there are differences for some teachers, some classes, and some schools. Generally, this is how it works. Yeah, so that's I think all you need to know for that. Yeah, and choosing classes. To be honest, when you go to high school, they're going to have somebody called a guidance counselor. A guidance counselor. Oops. And he or she their job is to help the student and the parent choose courses and get them prepared for the university or for a job. So whether you're college bound or not college bound, the guidance counselor is there at the school to help your child and to help the parent too deal with these big decisions and the future plans and the exciting opportunities that your daughter is going to have. Yeah, so I don't know if I'm answering your question very well. I hope that I am. I also I hope that your daughter wants to join extracurricular activities, and that would be something like sports or other clubs, Future Business Leaders of America, FBLA clubs, and whatever. They'll have lots of clubs, student newspaper, something like that, band, choir, and the competitions. They have lots of things like that in school. And being in those groups, those clubs, those teams is really good when you apply to the university, to the college, because they like to see a lot of activity. High school is a great opportunity to get a lot of experience in a lot of different areas. So yeah, most important, I hope that your daughter enjoys high school in America. High school is tough for any student anywhere in the world, but I hope that she enjoys it and does great, and I hope that you and your family enjoy your transition to life in America. And once again, if there's anybody out there who can give more advice about high school in America, please leave a comment, or if you have a video, leave a comment and a link to your video. And thank you very much for the question. Take care, guys.